They call it the mountain. But this isn't stone or earth. It's layers of rot, plastic, bones, mattresses, syringes. X-rays all, decomposing in the burning breath of Jakarta's forgotten edge. Black swarms of flies hover. Cats fight rats for scraps. Children run barefoot on broken glass. And tens of thousands live here, not beside it, on it. This is Bantar Gebang Soothe. East of Jakarta, in Bekasi. Bantar Gebang sprawls across 110 hectares an area, the size of 200 football fields, once rice fields, now a living dump. Every day, over 7,000 tons of waste arrive from Jakarta, Bekasi, and Depok. What started as a landfill is now an unofficial economy, a toxic ecosystem fueled by desperation. Entire families live in makeshift homes, built from the very trash they sort. Wood planks, rusted sheet metal, plastic billboard banners. They sleep on garbage, cook over garbage, and breathe the fumes of tomorrow's garbage. They're called pemulung scavengers. Sort plastics, wires, cans. Their hands are ungloved, children are unpaid helpers. Their wages, 30,000 rupiah a day, around $2. Just enough to survive, barely. But this is more than an occupation. It's a forced inheritance, born into waste, trapped by it. If survival here is brutal for men, it's twice as hard for women. Nearly 40% of scavengers are women. Many single mothers, no toilets, no privacy. Menstruation becomes a test of shame and scarcity. A torn rag from the trash becomes a sanitary pad. After dark, with no electricity, the mountain becomes dangerous. Harassment is whispered about, but there's no police, no hotline, no protection. Just the same routine. Wake before dawn, strap the baby on your back, and return to the piles. Here, food is not bought. It's dug. It has a name. Nasi sesa, leftover rice. People recover it from hotel bins and supermarket waste. Rinse, boil, eat. If it smells okay, it's okay. If not, there's no other choice, and the risk. Diarrhea, worms, malnutrition. But healthcare doesn't come to this mountain, so neighbors trade herbal cures. And mothers pray the smell means it's only a little rotten. Childhood here starts with garbage. Some never go to school. Uniforms are expensive. Classrooms are far. But garbage is always nearby. By age 5, many kids can spot valuable plastic faster than they can say the alphabet. Cuts, infections, needles in the trash. But worse, still some kids begin sniffing glue just to forget their hunger. The mountain eats their childhood. Beneath the trash, methane builds, explosive, invisible. In dry months, fires rage. In wet ones, leachate spills black poison that flows into canals and rice fields. The stench carries for miles. Locals speak of eye burns, coughing fits, stomach rashes. But no official data confirms it. No one wants to admit how deep the damage runs. And hidden in the piles, discarded syringes, blood-soaked bandages, medical waste mixed with leftover fast food. Jakarta's rich neighborhoods throw away mountains of waste. They don't see where it goes. Out of sight, out of mind. But it doesn't disappear. It comes here. To the barefoot child, the coughing scavenger, the single mother washing used diapers in ditch water. Waste here is not just trash. It is evidence. A system built on invisible suffering. But even here, resistance grows. Reza Bauernard, raised on the landfill, returned years later not to escape, but to change it. She founded the BGBJ Center, teaching children art, reading, dignity. There's even a guest house where outsiders can witness this hidden world. Through micro-recycling businesses, women are learning to turn trash into tiles, bags, and dignity. But this is still a matchstick against a wildfire. The trucks keep coming. Jakarta is sinking. Congestion, flooding, pollution. So the government is moving the capital to Nusantara, a smart city, a clean slate. But not for everyone. The poor aren't moving. Bantar Gebang remains. The trash still arrives. The mountain still grows. The system that created it still thrives. Indonesia now stands at a crossroads. Climate disasters and garbage are colliding. Drought makes waste leach into crops. Rain turns dumps into landslides. It's not a question of if, but when Bantar Gebang becomes another mass casualty headline. This is the climate trap. Landfill fed by inequality and ignored by urgency. Behind every plastic bag tossed in a mall, there is a child picking through the dirt. Behind every convenience, there is a sacrifice. Bantar Gebang is not just a landfill. It's a symbol of consumption, of abandonment, of the lives we bury with our trash. We can look away. We can look harder. But Bantar Gebang is not an exception. It's the future just unevenly distributed. Across the global south, from Manila's Smoky Mountain to Lagos's Alisasin Dump, from the edges of Nairobi to the favelas of Rio, trash is no longer being buried. It's being lived in. And the patterns are always the same. The rich consume. The poor sort. The planet decays. And the line between survival and extinction gets thinner every year. We imagine waste disappears when it leaves our homes. But trash has no end, only a change of address. And that address, more often than not, is someone else's body. Children grow up inhaling burnt plastic. Mothers age twice as fast in the fumes. Fathers lose fingers, lungs, years. Entire generations are robbed of potential just so the rest of us Dante have to see what we throw away. Global corporations package our lives in plastic that lasts centuries, but they are unheld responsible for what happens after the sale. Developed nations offload waste to the developing world. Containers of trash marked as recyclables are dumped on distant shores. Much of it ends up in open landfills like this one in Tract, unmanaged, unseen, and yet the climate clock keeps ticking. The mountain keeps rising. No one is ready to dig. If Bantar Gebang were to collapse tomorrow in a flood, fire, or landslide, it would not be an accident. It would be the final result of a system designed to forget the people at its bottom. The invisible will die first, but the consequences will rise into the air, into the soil, into the food chain, until no one, not even the rich, can claim immunity. So we are left with a choice. Do we continue to build cities on denial and dump our excess on the poor? Or do we reckon finally with the true cost of consumption? Because behind every landfill there is a truth buried deeper than plastic. A system is only as sustainable as it is just. If the mountain of Bantar Gebang says anything to the world, it's this. You may forget us, but your future is built on the same ground. Bantar Gebang is more than a landfill. It is a city made from everything the world wants to forget, everyone it's chosen not to see. But here at TATADO, we refuse to look away, tell the stories buried beneath progress, the voices lost beneath the noise. If this story moved, you don't let it end here. Like, share, subscribe. Join us at TATADO as we uncover more hidden truths, one forgotten place at a time.